Here's a short trading strategy or setup video, and what we're looking at here is a foreign exchange pair. It's the euro yen, and the chart is an hourly chart. Notice there's also a couple of moving averages on this chart. Actually, this is of some interest to me because when I watched this unfold, it was actually a Friday night, and I was with a group of traders, and we were watching this setup unfold. And I know a couple of people in the group who actually traded this, so I just thought I'd demonstrate this just as a basic little setup, showing you a couple of patterns which you are probably quite familiar with. You'll notice during this period that we've got a couple of key levels that have established at the 130 and the 131.5 level. At this point here, we're probably not aware of the significance of this level. It moves back down and bounces off the 130. When it returns to the 131.5 and is rejected, and you can see the long upper wicks there, or upper shadows on the bars of the candlesticks, and then again that indecision, then the strong move away, we're starting to see the significance of this 131.5 level. Then it comes back to this 130 level, and again reinforcing the support level, comes back up to and hits right on the 131.5 again reinforcing the significance of this level. And so this is really trying to show us, well, this is really something that we would monitor now and look, because we really want to see a break one way or the other. And as I flick forward here, you'll notice how on several occasions, and again it's just done it there, how the 131.5 level is tested and is really showing a lot of resistance there. We can see how many times the price has hit that level and bounced off, and again a few long shadows here reinforcing how the price has been rejected at level. We move on, a lot of indecision there, another doji like candle there, so a lot of indecision. But again, this reinforcing of the key level at 131.5. But the other thing that was probably of note to us that when we were watching this unfold was, of course, really the pattern that we're seeing here unfold is that of an ascending triangle. Notice how the top there, of course, of the triangle is at right on 131.5. We know the significance of that level, having seen it occur a couple of times previously, but at the same time there's clearly a lot of growing demand, a lot of bulls out there for the euro yen, this particular case, to go long the euro, and we see this classic ascending triangle pattern form. Next bar, it did actually break through that level, and for those who weren't on at the end of this particular hour's trading, we're certainly on the next hour, and we can see just a very clear, very simple break from that key level. Certainly would have been in on the second last or this current bar now, and we can see that this, again, once we broke from this pattern, the euro certainly took off and moved quite quickly for us, and we can see a couple of hours just hanging around there and then took off even further. So in just a space of, say, 6 hours or so, we've moved a fair distance. As I said, I was actually in a group of traders watching this as this unfolded, and I know a few people who actually did go long the euro and traded this. Question, of course, and something we may discuss in Module 2 when we talk specifically about exits, is when may have we exited and actually sold out of the euro in this particular trade. Certainly around this time now, we're certainly starting to have thought about getting out, and there is a couple of ways that which we can do that, and there were a couple of ways we discussed at the time, but certainly we'll discuss that more specifically. And as you can see, as it unfolded, it did retrace a little bit, and anyway, but just showing you just a very simple setup with an FX pair, classic pattern, ascending triangle, one of my favourite patterns, classic there, and then just a classic break higher. We're in a position where we perhaps have a platform where we can place an on-stop order at just above that level, or we can manage it at the time, and then we would have actually really enjoyed just a nice little move over a few hours there. So that's just a very simple setup for you, something you may be able to use, and something we'll certainly talk more about.